So good morning, student. So in the last class, we have discussed about the D'Alembert's principle, right? Have you remembered this one? Anyone? Can anyone tell what is the D'Alembert's principle? Anyone remember? Please reply at least. Hello, students, are you there? Please reply. What is the D'Alembert's principle? See, from the Newton's second law, we have just gone through that the force, if we write that summation of all forces is equal to mass into acceleration. Na? In the last class, we have discussed this thing. So, if in the D'Alembert's principle said, this is for any fixed frame where a particle, you apply a force and due to that, it changes its acceleration to maintain the equilibrium, right? So, in the D'Alembert's principle said that this summation of F and due to that the mass into acceleration of that particle, this is if it is fixed frame, and if we consider any moving frame and we observe that through the fixed frame, right? So in that case, what we can do that we simply just put that summation of F minus mass into acceleration. This is equal to 0. So this formula we have to apply in all the dynamics problem to solve any equilibrium conditions equation. Okay. So this is the basic things was there. Now, can anyone tell me am I doing any projectile motion problem previously? Have I done any projectile motion problem?
No, sir.
Okay. So this is the basic of the D'Alembert's principle, what I have told, and I think 1 or 2 numerical problem also already discussed about the thing. Na? That is the what I have remembered, that is a block. In that block connected using a pulley which is also attached here. This type of problem we have solved. Na? So let's first start some numerical problem on the projectile motion, and after that we have started some numerical problem on the work power or energy. Clear? So in the projectile motion, if we say that, suppose, let's start some projectile motion which is important for the exam purpose also. So let us start with the next type of game problem. So game theory we have already. In projectile motion, actually, if we consider that a projectile is launched with a speed of v0, for example, from a point A, if we consider, this is the problem. Okay. Please, can anyone tell me, is the projectile motion, before start the numerical problem, have I done some basic about that? Means what is the formula for finding out the distance in the projectile motion, height in the projectile motion? Have I discussed that one? What I remember, I have discussed. So I'm just make sure. So have I discussed that one? Regarding the projectile motion, that is the what is the range of flight, what is the time of flight, and the height, this thing. Please reply. Hello. Please reply, student. If I'm not doing that one, then please say so that I can start the basic concept. If I already done, then I just ongoing the problem. So that's why I'm asking to you. Shall I start the problem directly? Please reply at least. Should I start the numerical problem projectile motion, or I have to give again recapitulate this thing? That is the basic formula of how to find from in case of a projectile motion. Which one you prefer? Please tell me.
Sir, say the formula.
Problem. Okay. See, in this problem, if I talking about that a projectile is launched with a speed of, suppose consider as a v0. Okay, where it is here. Suppose they have a v0 from a point A. Okay, determine the launch angle theta with the with results in the maximum range up the inclined of a certain angle of alpha. This is the question. It means if this is the base I am considering, this is the base. Okay, at a certain inclined, actually your base is there, and that inclination is, as per question, it is at an angle of alpha, and that alpha is in the range of 0 to 90 degree. Okay, and they said that evaluate the result, find result for alpha is equal to 0 degree, 30 degree and 60 degree. You have to find this one. Okay, if what is the thing is given, if see this is your projectile motion, so this is your range, na? If we consider this as a B, so this one is a theta as per the question. So you will get first one which you need to use to solve this type of problem. You all know to find out the range, that is the AB, right? Range is nothing but AB. So that AB is equals to the displacement. So displacement we can write what? We can write x is equal to initial velocity plus v of x0 of t, right? So if it is, then x is initial displacement. So initial displacement is what? This is your AB is the range. If we consider AB is equal to range R, then R cos alpha means this portion I am talking about, means if this is our base, okay, this is AB, this is alpha, so this is what? This portion is R cos alpha. Clear? So that R cos alpha is equal to initial velocity is displacement is 0, so the Vx0 is nothing but V0. This is the V0, right? Here it is given. Here you can see that this is your initial velocity. So these also have a similarly two component, right? So that one component is V0, how much? Cos theta into t, okay? And this t, remember, this t is time of flight, means if a particle move from A to B, so that time required is the time of flight. Okay. Similarly, if we consider, this is for when we consider that summation of fx things. Now fy along y direction if we are considering. Okay. You will get y is equal to, you all know that when displacement we are considering about the upward direction, right? So y0 plus v along y direction is equal to vt minus half of gt square. Okay, so that is the equation based on we have to use this formula, and we can put the value. We will get vy along y direction is how much? V0 sine theta, because it is cos theta. Here it is theta, na? This is theta. So one is cos, this is sine theta, this is your cos theta. So, and minus half of, why it is minus? Because in the problem of any that is called parabolic problem, so if anything is going upward from the ground, there we can use the minus, and anything which is come into the ground, that for that we have used the plus, okay, notation. So gt square. So these two things, and we can say that in this x equation, if you can see that r cos alpha is equal to v0 cos theta into time, right? So from this we can write time of flight is equal to r cos alpha divided by v0 cos theta. Okay, and if we put this time value in this equation, if we write it is equation 1, if we write equation 2, if we put the t value into equation 2, we can get see, r sine alpha is equal to v0 sine, here one t is there, v0 t sine theta into t is how much? R cos alpha divided by v0 cos theta minus half of g r cos alpha by v0 cos theta whole square. So if we just rearrange, we will get 2 v0 square cos square theta. See here, 2 v0 square cos square theta divided by g cos alpha, because one cos alpha I put it here actually, huh? So cos alpha and then tan theta minus tan alpha. Up to this, anyone have any query? Up to this, anyone have any query? Please reply anyone.
So once explain again, sir.
Okay. See, the basic is when you have to find any displacement of any particle which move. So that displacement formula, I think you know, basic is S0 is equal to Vt, na? Means displacement is equal to V plus V into T, velocity of that particle into with respect to time. Now, if they have the initial velocity, so U plus Vt, right, like that, na? So these, in this projectile motion also, this S is the, we consider as a range R. So AB, if we consider as a R range, here to here, here to here, but this was already at a certain angle with bottom, right? So that is at alpha angle. It is already at some angle. So to write the displacement, we have to write here r cos alpha, this portion we are talking about along x direction. So r cos alpha is equal to velocity v is in this direction is v0. So along x axis it is v0 cos theta. So that's why I have written v0 cos theta. And with respect to time, so v0 cos theta into time. So this is r cos alpha v0 cos theta into time. So what I am talking, r sin alpha is so okay. First one is the r cos alpha. So this along the x direction, the displacement r cos alpha is equal to v0 cos theta, means the velocity what I am showing here, into the time required for that movement, right? So this is the equation 1. Similarly, along y direction, if we are talking about, then the s is equal to, I think you all know that ut minus half of ut plus half of ft square. This equation I think you all know, na? S is equal to ut plus half of ft square. But here this s is along y direction, so r sin alpha means along this direction, na? Means we are talking about up to this portion. R sin alpha. Next, another one is the u is what? V0 sine function. So that's why I have written V0 sine theta of t. But here it is plus, but when we are considering upward direction, so for that it should be minus. So that's why I have written it is minus. Okay. Then half of ft square, and instead of f we have to write here the g. Clear? The gravitation, due to the gravitation. So that is half of gt square. So that's why it is, I have written this equation as a r sin alpha is equal to v0 sin t minus half of gt square. Up to this, anyone have any confusion now?
So we can eliminate this. If any one of these is not satisfied, say for example, if this
Anyone have any question up to this?
No, sir.
Okay. So now what we have to do, simply find out the t is equal to how much. Here you can see t is equal to r cos alpha divided by v0 cos theta. So just take this value of t and put it into equation 2. So we will get, this is v0 sin theta of t. So instead of t, put r cos alpha by v0 cos theta. Similarly here t squared. So instead of t square, instead of t, put this value, r cos alpha by v0 cos theta whole square. Up to this, is it clear? Just put that value. Now what we have to do to rearrange, I have told now to rearrange this one, what do we have to do? Just take that r sin alpha is equal to this portion, and if we divide this using the sin alpha, we will get v0 sin theta into r0 cos alpha by v0 cos theta. Okay, let's write it again so that you can understand.
Now let us see the tools. The tools of dominance are
V0
evaluation of two-person zero-sum game without a saddle point equilibrium.
this is v0 cos theta, this is v0 cos theta. So here actually these two cut out, and sin theta cos theta. Okay, so we can write it is tan theta, and here it is r, this r is there, and it is cos alpha divided by this sin alpha. I am not written, so I can write here sin alpha. Okay, minus half of g r square cos square alpha divided by v0 square cos square theta, and this sin alpha it is there na, so just put that value here, sin alpha. Okay, Now R is equal to, this is sin alpha, this is cos alpha, so we can write R tan theta by tan alpha minus R square G cos square alpha divided by, or you can write cos alpha, simply cos alpha, and this sin alpha, this cos alpha is below this, so this is, you can write here tan alpha, and here V0 square, and one thing is there, that is the cos square theta. Okay, what you now have to do, simply take the R. So R is equal to R tan theta tan alpha minus R cos alpha by V0 square tan alpha cos square theta. R are deducted, so you can write
Instead of having this equation, now the equation has changed and now we are working on the columns.
R cos alpha by V0 square tan alpha cos square theta is equal to tan theta by tan alpha minus 1. There, after deduction, this should be 1, na? If we cut out, there 1. So if we take this one in this side and take the 1 in that side, so this equation we will get. Up to this, any question? Anyone? Is it okay? So R is equal to V0 square tan alpha cos square theta divided by cos alpha tan theta minus tan alpha by tan alpha. This tan alpha deducted. Okay, so we will finally get V0 square cos square alpha divided by cos square theta divided by cos alpha tan theta minus tan alpha is equal to R. One wrong thing I have done, that is I am not giving this value half. Half is there, na? Half means 2. If it is 2 means 2. Here also 2. Here also 2. Please tell me, student, is it now clear? I already sort it out, I think. I have written here, na? R is equal to 2 V0 square cos square theta by G cos alpha. Here I have written. Again, I forgot to write this G. Here this G is there. There, it means the G is also here. The G is also here. And that G means it should be G. G means R downside. So G. So G. Student, please see this one. R is equal to 2 V0 square cos square theta divided by G cos alpha tan theta minus tan alpha. Now is it clear? I derived this thing. Now is it clear? Any question, please tell.
Why? Because player A was winner, but here player B is loser. So we want
If anyone have any question, please ask me, please.
higher value. Whereas for player A, we want higher values rather than lower values. Is it understood now? Is it clear now?
Hello.
Okay.
Please reply at least. Is it clear now, or I have to give again explanation? Please.
Is it clear now? Okay, let us see. So now here In other words, player B will never use the strategy that corresponds to
Hello,
CR because he will
is my
lose
voice audible?
more by choosing such strategy. This is what I was saying here. If he is using strategy B, there is more chance of losing as compared to strategy Q.
Please reply anyone.
Never use this strategy. So if he is not going to use it, what is the purpose of keeping it in the payoff matrix? That is why we are eliminating it. Correct?
Is it clear? Please reply.
Same goes with player A. Say, for player A, who is assumed to be the gainer or who is assumed to be the winner, if each element in the row
Okay, you are not giving any reply. It means I think you maybe understand this thing. So as the question was, what is the maximum range, right? In the question, as per question, that evaluate the alpha is equal to for 0 degree, 30 degree and 60 degree. You have to find out the maximum range. So to find the maximum range, remember we have to do the derivative with respect to that angle. Here it is theta, so that is 0. So dr by d theta is equal to 0. If we have to solve, so just derivative this thing, so we will get, see, 2r square cos square theta. So derivative with respect to theta, cos square theta is 2 cos theta, and cos theta is minus sin theta. So the 2 and these 2 is 4. So that's why I have written 2v0 square cos theta and minus sin theta divided by g cos alpha. Here it is tan theta minus tan alpha plus same thing we have to write here because this theta is also there, right? Tan theta. So solve this one, 2v0 square cos square theta divided by g cos alpha into tan theta is 1 by cos square theta, means 6 square theta, tan theta derivative is 6 square theta. So 1 by cos square theta, okay, is equal to 0. So if we arrange, we will get, see, 2v
less attractive to an average of 2 or more
0 square divided by g sin, sorry, this should be g cos alpha, then 2 is common, so 2 sin theta cos theta, and here tan theta minus tan alpha, then plus 1, see, 2v0 square cos square theta deducted, so g cos alpha, so just this is a 1, then right, is equal to 0. So we get that if it is 0, so we can write that 2 sin theta cos theta tan alpha, is it tan alpha or tan theta?
this row is dominated by the average of these two. If that is also the case, then also we can eliminate this row. In order to understand it more, we will take one example later on. Okay? Is it okay?
Okay. Here, actually, you can see here, actually one minus term is there, na? So we can put this minus term here. Okay. So we will get, here we have to write this minus term actually. This minus term is there. So if we just put that value inside, then we get this is minus theta and this is plus tan alpha. So tan alpha minus tan theta, okay, plus 1, and this total term is 0, and this portion will go in the in this side, so 0, that is also 0. So we get that
Let us take this question.
sin 2 theta tan alpha minus tan theta plus 1 na? We can write tan alpha, if we just multiply, then minus 2 sin theta cos theta tan theta plus 1 is equal to 0. Tan theta is nothing but sin theta by cos theta. So these two deducted. Then we get sin 2 theta tan alpha minus 2 sin square theta plus 1 is equal to 0. Then sin 2 theta tan alpha 2 sin square theta minus and plus 1. So it means what? It means this indicates this term indicates the cos 2 theta, right? This is the formula of cos 2 theta. So write minus cos 2 theta is equal to 0. So tan 2 theta we can write na. If we just cos sin 2 theta tan alpha minus, if we just take this one in this side, so this is plus and then divide. So sin theta by sin 2 theta by cos 2 theta, that is a tan 2 theta. So tan 2 theta is equal to nothing but the, how much it is? 1 by tan alpha. Okay. So then if it is 1 by tan alpha, then 2 theta is equal to tan inverse of 1 by tan alpha. And another thing is there that we can write
You can definitely use the book for question papers. You can definitely use it for the questions. But please do not use this book for the solution.
1 tan inverse tan 2 theta is equal to tan inverse of 1 by tan alpha. And if I write here tan 2 theta, this is the theta and tan inverse of 1 by tan alpha. This is the relationship. So as per question, I think it was given na, that find the range when alpha is, what is the question actually? The question was, see, find the result for alpha is equal to 0, 30 and 60. Na? So just put tan inverse 1 by tan 0 is equal to 2 theta, right? So theta is how much? So theta is how much here? For putting tan is equal to 0, tan alpha is equal to 0. Please reply. Here you can see this is the 2 theta is equal to tan inverse of 1 by tan 0. And another important thing which you have to understand that, okay, let me just solve one thing. Cos square theta means sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So 1 minus cos square theta or 1 minus sin square theta is equal to cos square theta, and 1 minus sin square theta minus sin square theta. So cos square theta minus sin square theta. This is the cos 2 theta, right? It is also right. It is also right. So from this we get theta is equal to, first one is the 0 degree. Then if we put alpha is equal to second one is given the 30 degree, na? So put the 30 degree, tan 30 1 bhag answer tan inverse. Second one is for alpha is equal to 30 degree, theta is equal to also 30 degree. Just put this value. Just put this value, you will get the result. And for this is for alpha is equal to 0 degree. This is for alpha is equal to 30 degree, and this is for alpha is equal to another one. How much they ask? How much they ask? 0, 30, 60. Okay. So this is 0 degree, 30 degree, and 60 degree. For alpha 60 degree, let's solve alpha 60 1 divided by alpha tan inverse of answer. Okay, this is 15 degree. You solve yourself, you can understand. Just put this value. 2 theta is equal to tan inverse of 1 by tan alpha. And instead of alpha, this value, you will get the result. Anyone have any question now? Hello? Hello?
No, sir.
Is this understandable, right? So these type of problem actually come projectile motion problem in the exam. First thing, please send the attendance screenshot to me. Please send the attendance screenshot to me. And remember, in this exam, if they ask that this type of projectile motion, always try to do the derivation very fast so that you will able to get the result. Otherwise, if you are not finding any relationship like that, it will take for me by understanding to all of you at least 40 minutes. No? So this relationship you have to understand, means you have to finding out from any numerical problem. This is the formula, means equation, which will finally derived. Okay. So this time is there. Okay, just solve another small problem. This problem I want to solve because you maybe forgot the different tangential, transverse, and the radial direction motion and their formula regarding the finding out the velocity and acceleration. So suppose in exam, sometime this question also, this is a small question but little bit tricky. Where it is? See, suppose in these regarding the dynamics, suppose sometimes ask that a car, okay, suppose this is the path and a car move along this direction, and if this is a deep in the road, right, and if it moves at a constant speed, and the means the center of gravity of that car is the center portion, okay, at the center of that car. So find out the velocity if the radius of curvature of that road is given, suppose 100 meter. Suppose it is given that radius of curvature. So to solve this type of problem, what you have to do, remember this thing, always try to remember any curvature path if it is there in the question, then always remember first write down the normal component of the acceleration, because if any particle move, the tangent portion shows us the that called the tangential acceleration, and the perpendicular to that shows us the normal acceleration portion, and that normal acceleration is always v squared by rho, and rho is the radius of curvature. So from there we get v is equal to root over of rho an, right? And if sometimes the acceleration magnitude is not given or value is not given, try to understand, this is the basic concept, when that car moved the downward direction, it means the gravitational acceleration acted on that particle, okay? And if it is given some equation that an is nothing but the value of g of half, it means what the gravitational value, the half of the value is the normal component value, normal acceleration. So what you have to write, if in the question it is given, so 0.1 and into g, and g is 0.5 into 9.1. This is the thing, but the trick is there, one trick, that is, if they said sometimes that the mass center is at a height of 0.6. Remember, this is a tricky one line problem, but tricky problem. Suppose they said like that, that G is at a certain height from this path. So that is nothing but, they said, for example, 0.6 meter. Means, are you understand this point? See, this is if your car, then this is your center of gravity, this is the path. So this distance, they said, sometimes they given 0.6 meter. If this given, then that radius should be here. You have to write it is that 0.1 minus 0.06. Remember this thing in terms of that called kilometer. This is the meter, right? Remember this thing, you have to write in such a manner. Is this 6 meter is equal to kilometer in terms of kilometer? 0.06, sorry, 0.006 into 0.5 into 9.81 into 10 to the power minus 3. So this amount of kilometer is there. Okay, so have you sent the screenshot? Please send the screenshot of your attendance. Hello? Please send the screenshot of today's attendance. Okay, so I end my lecture here.